We're starting the fourth and final section on the topic that we've been learning of Shemirat Enayim, guarding our eyes. We're starting with the section of Chizuk, strengthening and doing what we can do the best for guarding ourselves and our eyes. The Midrash brings a pasuk, an amazing pasuk in Mishlei. Obviously, it says as follows: Ki betachpulot taaseh lecha milchama. That when we wage war, we're talking about waging war with our evil inclination, we need to do it in a cunning, strategic form. When we go and we fight our Yitzhak, we need to do it in a strategic, in a strong, in a smart way. The Midrash says as follows: Rabbi Natan v'Rabbi Yacha bar Rabbi Simon say, Im asita havilot shel averot. If a person has done many lo alenu bundles of averot, aseh kenegdan havilot shel mitzvot. Do many bundles of mitzvot. Im hata be'enayim ramot. If a person went against and they were haughty, they raised their eyes. Yitaken al yedeh ve'ayu lekatafot be'enecha. We're supposed to fulfill the mitzvah. This is one of the ways that the Midrash says. There's obviously more. Making sure to wear your tefillin. Even though we learned that tefillin be'enecha doesn't mean literally between our eyes, rather it's keneged, corresponding to between our eyes, higher up obviously. Nevertheless, that has to do with one another. Lashon sheker, if a person spoke falsehood, use your mouth to now teach your children and your students Torah. V'yadayim shofechot dam naki, one who lo alenu has murdered someone, what should they do? Ukshartem le'ot al yadecha. Look at how interesting the Midrash. Midrash says, put on tefillin, bind tefillin on these hands which have committed a horrible crime, and let them do a mitzvah. Lev choresh machshavot avin, if they lo alenu, heresy, if a person thinks against the Kadosh Baruch Hu, v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher olchim etzacha yom alalecha. We should have intention to fulfill the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu and completely believe and love HaKadosh Baruch Hu al levavecha, completely in our hearts. A person has their feet running to lo alenu, do sin, leolam have, listen to this, leolam have ratz lemila shi netuna ben birkaim. Go run to a brit milah, run to brit milot, because that is, the mitzvah is fulfilled obviously between one's legs. How interesting. So we're not going to spend too much time on the Midrash. You got that? The Brit Milah, a Brit, is between one's legs. Yeah. If you did sins with your legs, meaning you ran to go do sin, run to a Brit Milah. Okay. We're not going to spend too much time on that. I wanted to share with us what's brought down over here. The famous Rav Tzadok HaKohen gives a famous fundamental concept. We know it. I think it's very strong that we hear it again. He says that we should know that the sins or the challenges that we have our greatest Yetzer Hara against, we should know are our greatest moments of potential, greatest topics of overcoming that potential. It says if whatever you see you're having a hard time with, know that that's exactly the nikudah, that point, that topic is what God is testing you with, and that is the point and the topic that you can overcome with flying colors in the best of ways. He says, as it says in the Midrash, Be'er shebo hata, in the exact pit, it's an anecdote already, obviously, that you've sinned, Bo yaseh mitzvot. That's the exact place that you should do mitzvot. Meaning, in the same area of life that you have an issue with, that's where our Yetzer Hara is, that's the exact place where we're supposed to flip it and bend it over and now fulfill mitzvot over there. And he said that it comes as a great tikkun, a great fixing of that very sin, when we know that that is what we have to work on, because that is our hardest point. So the indicator, and we know this, the indicator for what our mission in this world is to do is, what's my hardest thing that I have to overcome? What's the hardest thing that you have to overcome? You know that's your mission. The Keilot Yaakov, the Stipler, he brings an amazing concept. He brings also the pasuk from Mishlei that we know, Ki sheva yipol tzadik v'kam. A tzaddik falls even 7 times and will still get up. On that, he brings the interpretation of the Sefer Enayim, one of the Rishonim, that says it's obviously talking about a very great individual, tzaddik obviously, and he's falling in spiritual realms, each at their own level. So he asks, why does the Kadosh Baruch Hu send these hardships? Why does he send these challenges? Is it to make it harder? He says no. He look at this amazing concept. He says that when a person has in materialistic realms has 100, you want 200. You have 1,000,000, you want 2,000,000. No matter what you have in physicality, you always want the equivalating balance, if not more. However, what happens by Ruchaniyut, in spiritual matters, we already become big tzaddikim and we say, Hasameach b'chilko. We're happy with what we have. In Ruchaniyut, we're very happy. This is what I do, this is what I don't do, look how much I do. I'm very happy. Ani gam sameach b'chilki. Very happy. So what does Hashem do? Hashem sends us challenges, specifically spiritually, or even physically, which allude to and connect obviously spiritually, in order to keep us, so to say, on guard. Keep us on guard and on defense at all times, in order that when we have that dip, we keep on climbing. Because if we get too comfortable, then we're going to be happy with where we're at, and we're not going to be growing and climbing. It comes out that all of those challenges and those hardships that we get, and all of the nisyonot that come our way, are only a method in order to keep us always at the top of our game, always pushing forward. If we, theoretically, would be keep on pushing forward, there might be no need for nisyonot. Again, we don't have those calculations. But what the Kilat Yaakov is saying is that the very fact that we have those nisyonot, and by us trying to overcome it more and more, don't take it as a slap in the face. Don't take it as God is disregarding you. On the contrary, God is regarding you, God is caring about you, and God is pushing you to be it's the exact opposite. He's pushing you to be better and better. Bless us with these words to take the nisyonot be'ahava. However, it's not only good enough to take it with be'ahava, take it with that mesed, with that point, to keep on pushing forward. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen.